Hey guys, back in the book, about halfway through of this one. Alberta. By that exact look, remained a pretty steady site in the industry right through the early 90s. 2 1/4 cat. Was one digging in every sewer and storm sewer water line on every street. Having breezed through all of these for decades and decades, didn't see a ton of 225s. I'm going to go out on a limb and say out in the woods. Like land clearing and stuff, but as a purpose-built or road builder, they were a bit small. The 235 took on most of that duty. P&H. P&H. I'm going way out of what I do here. So I have a P&H, big huge sign on my wall. I'm in the shop here, which you'll never see. Fidelis with spoked sprockets. I remember seeing one of these as a kid when I was too younger to remember what I was seeing. Maybe someone can confirm it. It was in Chilliwack, BC. Had a grandma that lived out there. Maybe late 1970s. I remember as a kid even saying, what the heck is that? Is it it's coming or going? Sort of a backwards truck and a frontwards truck put together. That's kind of neat. Truck that looks like a machine. Kamloops. The Austin Western. They usually had a Detroit with 353 in them. Internationals. That long nose and tractor looking grill, they could almost sneak in with a fleet of Laternos and not stand out too bad. Payloader. You know, that's weird with the hydraulic clamshell for this part of the world. And this is way ahead. Sorry, what year? 1978. Wow, that is a contraption. That's the 8240s, that's the bigger one. I think the 8250 was the granddaddy, the 8230 was the smaller one, the D6 or 7 sized. What a contraption. Well, bear with me. That's a Lynn bucket, sort of in script like handwriting, Lynn. George Lynn. Their factory was in North Vancouver, just as you got off the Second Narrows Bridge going to the North Shore. Or am I wrong? Shoot, was that CWS? Man, 30 years ago. Had a brush rake made there. I went there one night to pick it up, brand new. They were still painting it. I'm trying to think and video at the same time, which is 100% more than I'm capable of. Well, we bought a new excavator, we bought a new excavator in 1985, a link belt, and it had Lynn buckets. You know, Lynn and Destech were the two brands up here. The Destech were a bit cheaper. Draught. They were ahead of their time. They really were kind of the first real feller buncher with the tilting house, side to side. Detroit Powered Internationals. S10, that's the biggest. They made an S8 and 6 and a 5. At International. That's a good looking truck. Not seen around here too much. Looks very American, very what you would have seen up in Alaska, building road up there. A little bit of a pea soup color to it. If people didn't like pea soup, they wouldn't have invented it, so somebody likes that color. Edmonton again. Got their sticker way out of place being there. Oh, good looking Bucyrus area, 30H. Second biggest. I think the 40 was the big mother one. O-ring 366, which was also labeled and was a Bantam 366. Aveling Barford, they made trucks as well. The big Rago grader. That was the biggest of the Terex loaders. That's a name I don't see a whole lot, Clark Lima. I'm one of the lucky ones that has the Clark Lima excavator. I think it's called an 860, the model toy, one of the rarest ones. Someone gave it to me. But I don't know if even in these, if I've seen a Clark Lima excavator. Tower crane. Remember those as a kid? You'd see the little pointy sides there with the plexiglass in them. I always wondered, there's some guy hanging way out there. Of course, how does he go to the bathroom? I guess with gravity in his favor up there, he wouldn't have any plumbing backups in the cab. 769B. Another Willock, one like I hauled around. 22-inch frame rails. You couldn't put enough weight on them to break them. Overbuilt. And back page. All right, thanks for tuning in.